the worship of the sun. It goes all the way back to the ancient sun worship and moon worship. In the ancient Arabic world, the moon was called Sin, and that's where the Hebrews get the idea that their holy days are after sundown, because that's when the moon comes out. Another one of the ancient gods of the Hebrews, and they had quite a few ancient gods at different times in the history, when they were called Hyksos. The Hebrews, what we call today Hebrews, were called Hyksos in ancient Egypt. And at one time the Hyksos became involved when they left out of Egypt and went north into Palestine. They had already learned the worship of Isis in Egypt. Isis was feminine, the feminine perfection of spiritual wisdom. Isis, I-S-I-S. Then with the coming of the new religion under Pharaoh Akhenaten, which was the worship of the sun was called Amun-Ra, A-M-E-N, Amen-Ra. Amen-Ra, that's why the Christians still today are praying to God's Son, the light of the world, and they say at the end of their prayer, Amen. Of course, it's Amen-Ra, Amen-Ra.
Amen, Son. Amen,
God's Son. Amen. But when the Hyksos people left out of Egypt, they had already learned the worship of Isis, I-S-I-S. Then they had been under the Pharaoh Akhenaten learning the worship of Amun-Ra, R-A, Ra, which is where we get our word sun-ray. And then when they leave and go north into Palestine, they encountered a people called Palestinians, and those Palestinians already had their own god. They had their own religion. And that religion was the worship of the planet Saturn. Saturn was referred to in the ancient world as Lord of the Rings. Well, we also see the Jews in Hollywood making Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, what about the Gaza situation right now? And I think a lot of this has to do with, well, obviously it's religious based. Most.
Yeah, but it's all being manipulated purposely. That's why you see the head of Palestine and the head of Israel. My God, how many times have I seen pictures of the head of Palestine and the head of Israel? They're all shaking hands, having wine, and shooting the breeze, and smoking cigars together, and they're all patting each other on the back, and they're all friends. It's just business. Nothing personal here, Sonny. It's just business. We're talking money. We're talking politics. Divide and conquer. Democrat, Republican. It's just business. You keep people occupied, cause problems. You cause all kinds of divisions so that there's, if everybody's happy and just doing their thing, they're not going to listen to you. Who needs you to be over them? You need somebody like you to be over us, to protect us if we are in trouble. But as long as we're not in trouble, who the hell needs you? So therefore, the government